He was 23 years old, and his one big dream was over. He was standing in a cold, unfamiliar city, Calgary, Canada, and he had just been told he wasn't good enough. His entire life had been building to this moment. He came from a family of performers, a long line of them, but he had chosen a different path, the path of an athlete. He was a champion, a national college champion, in fact, with a powerhouse team. He was big, he was fast, and he was dedicated. He was supposed to be a star, but it didn't work out. He wasn't drafted by the big league, the NFL. He had to take a long-shot chance in the Canadian Football League. He was relegated to the practice squad, earning a humiliating $250 a week. He was so poor, he and his teammates would scavenge for discarded mattresses behind motels just to have something to sleep on. And then, the final cut. He was let go. He was officially a failure. He had no money and no future. His dream, the only one he'd ever had, was dead. All he could do was make one humbling phone call. He called his father. "Dad," he said, "can you come get me?" His father, a performer himself, drove from his home in Florida all the way up to Miami to pick up his son from the airport. The ride home was silent. The young man was heartbroken. As they drove, he reached into his pocket and pulled out all the money he had left in the world. He unfolded a $5 bill, a $1 bill, and a handful of loose change. It all added up to $7. That was it, $7. He was at rock bottom. He looked at that tiny amount of cash and made a promise to himself that he would never, ever be this broke again. That number, 7, became his driving force. It was his motivation, a permanent reminder of his lowest point. Years later, when he had finally followed in his family's footsteps and become the biggest star in the entire world, he named his own massive film company as a reminder of that day. He called it $7 Productions. And that young man, the failed football player with only $7 to his name, was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.